Hi, I'm Sam with OTN. Earlier this week in Washington, D.C., I happened across a group of Iraqi veterans who were on a mission of their own to deliver stop-loss orders to members of the United States Senate. They were kind enough to let me tag along temporarily on this mission of theirs, so let's have a look.
I'm Jay Marks. I'm with the Washington Peace Center.
And what are you guys out doing today?
Today, the Peace Center is supporting an action called Stop Loss Congress. And Stop Loss Congress is a group of youth, including youth from our spring break, from colleges and high schools, mostly in the upper Northwest, who've come down to D.C. during their spring break to help stop the war.
Okay.
Stop Loss Congress in particular is keying off the stop loss program that the administration has implemented that is not allowing our servicemen and women to leave during the time that they thought they could leave. At the end of their enlistment, you're supposed to be able to say, all right, done my time, and go home. Well, because of the stop-loss programs that are, of course, a result of the war, these our servicemen and women aren't allowed to go home. They say under emergency orders, they have to stay in the service.
That's really a contract, and without going back to the soldiers to gain consent, they're changing the terms of the contract and forcing the soldiers into involuntary servitude, basically, wouldn't you say?
Fundamentally, it's breaking faith with the very people who the government most needs to uphold the deal with, most needs to have faith with, and it's unconscionable. And of course, it's all in the service of a war which is unconscionable and which was started based on lies and has been perpetuated based on lies, and it's got to stop.
Set it off as built to my camera away because I don't have so
It should be, but it's going to be, says enter through 144. This looks like this. Virginia.
142. We passed through 144. No, we're not. We didn't pass it. Here we go.
Hi, what can I do for you?
David Swanson from Charlottesville, Virginia. Does the senator have 2 minutes to deliver something to him?
I can check what's this in regards to.
The Iraq War.
There's some Marines here to see him.
Okay, hold on just a minute,
Some
please.
Iraq. Your woman went to see if the senator had 2 minutes. Okay. A group of Iraq vets and other constituents. Just 2 minutes.
Information that you guys have. I
Also
don't
with
see
the
any
soldiers in Iraq
information.
and Afghanistan, veterans telling their stories to the media and testifying as to
Starting Wednesday,
Okay.
Senator Webb is not permitted to go home on vacation, to go see his family, to leave office until he does what we elected him to do in November of 2006 and stops funding the occupation of Iraq.
Well, let me give you my contact information card, and I can give it to any of you guys. If you want to leave your information. All right, thank you. Appreciate it, David. Good luck with the rest of the day, guys.
Thank you. Will you get back to us with what
I
the
will not,
senator
but
thinks?
someone else will. Okay? Thanks, guys.
Excuse me.
Yes.
One other thing. My name is Adam Coach from River Iraq Veterans Against the War. Senator
Yeah.
Webb actually spoke to me briefly when I had my issue with the Marine Corps last year when they tried to change my discharge to do a protest in uniform. And it's sad to say that we have a lot more troops that are going to be coming home and joining us now. Our organization has been growing exponentially since then, and it's great that we have his support in this, but it's clear that his support on the issues, in some ways he's not putting his money where his mouth is.
Okay, well, I'll be sure to pass this on to the appropriate folks who deal with this. You won't hear from me because I don't do the policy on this part, but I just wanted to come out and address the time issue. So
Will the senator be following the stop-loss order?
I'm not someone who should speak on this, and I would appreciate
Who
it if
is?
you wouldn't. You guys, I came out here to address your request.
If we
for the
could hear
senator's
something back in the
veto.
next.
Not yet. He's not in the office yet today.
Is this someone to be able to
Not in the office yet. Well, it's only 1:30. You mean to wake him up?
Okay. Yeah, I can pass them on.
Did I take you guys around on tour?
No, I'm just sort of jotting down notes.
You guys.
Hey, it's been a while. How you been?
Excellent.
Good, good. What you up to?
Well, we're here to serve stop-loss orders to all members of Congress, and we hope that you would pass that along to the senator.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we understand that he is sympathetic, at least, to the plight of the American servicemen today and what we are going through in stop-loss. I have a friend who's back in Iraq right now on stop-loss, and I pray that he doesn't die under those conditions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as a former member of Vietnam Veterans Against the War, for those who tragically follow in his footsteps as Iraq Veterans Against the War, we appreciate his legacy, but not his current stance or any of the things that he's doing currently failing in this effort to bring our troops home right now. And as sad as it is, we are repeating a big part of that legacy that he has laid out before us in our upcoming Winter Soldier, Iraq and Afghanistan, providing eyewitness accounts of the occupation. And I'm sure he can appreciate some of the sentiment after the Vietnam War as a Vietnam veteran against the war, in terms of all the need to stop the factors that lead to wars such as Vietnam and Iraq that don't need to happen. And yet, he's not doing everything he can to stop this one from happening. And he hadn't done anything in the interim to lessen the causes of those wars. So we'd like a chance to meet with him and make sure that he gets that stop-loss order to know that if this Congress can create the conditions in which military members are being stop-lossed because they work for them in a sense, well, even more directly, he works for us. And we're putting him on stop-loss notice
Okay,
now.
I'll be sure to let him know.
Okay. Is there a chance that we could get a chance to meet with him personally the next day or two?
I'll have to check with the schedule and see what's going on.
These orders will be enforced on Wednesday.
Okay.
And we think
I'll get back
it's highly offensive, not just to us here as people who care about ending the war in Iraq, but as Iraq Veterans Against the War, people who are going to be doing a lot to mark the anniversary on the 19th, the start of the 6th year of the war, that Congress won't be in session. That Senator Kerry himself is going to be taking a vacation during that time.
He's gonna be back in Massachusetts. We have a lot of veterans at that point in time, actually. Opening
He
that
will
center
be-
in Hyannis Park, so
He will be taking the week off next week.
he's actually working in Massachusetts. And I guess you can call it taking the week off if you'd like, but
Or
he'll be up
leaving
in
the
Massachusetts. He'll be in Massachusetts working for the people of Massachusetts.
So he does not plan to follow the orders.
People of Massachusetts.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
No, but if you'd like to contact me anytime
Absolutely.
next week, we'd love a chance to get to meet with him and talk about this. But please pass on that those orders will be enforced as of Wednesday.
All right, I'll be sure to pass it on.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Will you remember everything?
Of course. I've got a pretty good memory. Although, what's that?
Yes, I can say.
Oh, where are you from?
Melton.
Okay, great. Great. Happy to have you down here.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you guys need to funnel through here or not, I'm sure you guys get it.
How do you feel about the response you're getting?
His handshake was lukewarm and not firm at all. He didn't like us being there.
What do you think about what he has to say?
None of it's going to happen. None of it's going to happen.
But the point is to make them recognize the plight that American service
And that they're being watched. They're being watched.